What? Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? Hello? Hey, why do I stream again? Can anyone remember? Anyone got that knowledge on hand? I'd very much like to remember. Nice, dude, nice. Hello. I hope everyone's had an okay day. We're back to doing comic work. I'm gonna finish this today because I don't know what I'm gonna do if I don't. In your physical meat space? No. Not really. I don't stream for. This isn't even a bit. I do not stream for company. If I ever got low, I mean, like I talk to people on Discord. You can say that about Discord, but not streams. Especially considering, for quite a bit, I was dealing with streams where no one showed up, so it's hard to say I was doing those to get company when there wasn't people there. Long before the ages of Shadow Mage, Max 2 was taken, and all the other cuties in chat. Well, that makes one of us. Oh. You know what? Fair enough, Shadow Mage. It's not my reason, but it can be yours. But yeah. I hope everyone's had a good day. I don't know. It's Monday. So I guess a lot of people went back to work, huh? At this point I've worked weekends so much. Like there's not often been a week where I'm doing like work. It's always weekends with me. I don't know if that's necessarily my own doing, probably. Mild hyperbole. Well, I hope you feel better soon, Shadow Mage. I hope it's not anything too serious. If it is, please go to a doctor. That's also not a bit. You're pretty important, Shadow Mage. If it is serious pain of a serious nature, I hope not to be rude, but I want to talk, but I still feel like if you don't know whether or not it's serious pain, that's usually a good indicator that maybe you should see a doctor. Though I realize that's easier said than done sometimes, especially in this great nation of ours, America. He said with sarcasm. Yep. I worked on animation today, which I'm hoping to do more of tomorrow at a faster pace. And and played Elden Ring. That's about it. I've been enjoying this playthrough of Elden Ring much more than my last one. Or, aka my first one. And I did try to play it a second time not too long ago, but I cut that out because I wasn't having fun with that. And I don't know. I think part of it is because oh, yeah. Hey, Shadow Mage, same. I have basically the same thing. Though mine is going down. My bug bites are fading. Because I don't know. Let me finish the Elden Ring thought real quick, which is that I feel like I didn't enjoy my first playthrough a lot, because, well, not a lot, but just like there were some issues with it, mostly because I was trying to find a good weapon. So like you know. So instead of like, enjoying the game and just being like, this'll do. I was worried so much about my build. But now I have a general kind of like thing put together. Taper it off. I don't want to say 4 days is normal, because I don't know that. Like, to me that feels normal, but you shouldn't take health advice from me, period. I'm not a doctor, and I'm also not healthy. So, don't take health advice from Cahill. Anyway, correct me if I'm wrong, but mosquito bites itch specifically because, like, because of the mosquito's nose, right? Their pointer, their sucker. Like that is uncleanly. So thus, when they poke you with it, it irritates the skin and makes it swell up. I feel like I heard that somewhere. That might not be right in the slightest, but if I was forced to give an answer about why mosquito bites swell up, that would be my best guess. So, I'm sorry, I can't do better than that. Not on this episode of Family Feud. I didn't really watch game shows growing up. I watched America's Funniest Home Videos, which was then replaced by YouTube, kind of, but that's what I assume it is. Well, that's an assumption. And if we both start assuming Shadow Mage, then one of us is... If me and Shadow Mage both individually assume something about a fact, at least one of us is wrong, if not both of us. And if we convince the other one that we're right when we're the wrong one, then we're left further away from the truth than when we started. So, I'm not saying Shadow Mage is any more wrong than I am. What I'm saying is that if I go, that must be right, Shmage, then and then we both end up being wrong, then that's silly. So I'm gonna stick to my guns here. Rex just lied, but okay. So I feel like it was a little bit of both, but Shadow Mage was definitely closer on the money. It is specifically something they inject you with. I thought it was more so that mosquitoes are not hygienic. Which, like, yes, that is kind of what that's saying, but they don't wash their hands. They wicked don't. Mosquitoes suck. Problem is, though, if you ever stop the existence of mosquitoes, that's a butterfly effect that could not possibly be measured. Even though they're a nuisance and almost nothing needs them, getting rid of them retroactively would cause untold devastation to the space-time continuum. Do you know how much mosquitoes have affected history? So much. Hi, Juice! Oh my goodness, my friend Juice is here. This is a great day. We got Pig, we got Shmage, we got Juice. I hope my friend Juice has had a good day. It's... Watch it. Yes. Bodies do not like strange things near them, in them. I forget. Some of Alex's hair is hanging. Okay, so it is this side. That works out. Man, I wish I remembered how to draw my OC. My character. I wish I knew how to draw Alex, considering I don't think anyone else is going to. I do have that fan art of Alex. But if we're graphing out when the next fan art will be, it's gonna take a couple years. And this is not a call to arms. I'm just saying naturally. In a natural life cycle of Alex fan art, we got a while. No! Juice, I will give you a big hug. Don't try me. I will kill your anxiety. I would like some marijuana. I was thinking about this the other day, as I was getting stressed before stream started. It'd be real neat if I could have marijuana. And I can. I'm just not going out of my way to buy it. I'll go over worse, and I love the sentiment. Then I will become a metaphysical version of myself that is able to interact with abstract concepts and fight anxiety for you. I don't know what the embodiment of anxiety would look like, but I'd kick its ass. Words never happen. Fun fact, I've never... This is actually really neat. I've never said anything on this show. I have never, not once in my life, said words while streaming. Scientists think it might be impossible. You know the theory about monkeys with the typewriters? Me not ever being able to, like, say a coherent thought on stream, it, like, that's the counter to that. People will say, yeah, but Cahill streamed for a long time, like, for, like, hundreds of hours at this point, and he hasn't said one thought. So, also, how is stream doing? Because my thing looks like it says not well, but you know what? I'm trying to. You're having a stroke and it concerns me. This is what I'm saying, exactly. I'm a baffled to chaos. I ironically, despite being identified as extremely chaotic, I am a foil to chaos theory. Like, I just go on and on and on about absolutely fucking nothing, and nothing still comes from it. Probability shows that eventually something would happen, but it still hasn't. So, they're still trying to figure out that one. I am unto, like, probability and chaos theory as the Fermi paradox is to life in space. The reality does not match up with what science says should happen. I'll be real with you, Shadow Mage. I don't understand the joke. I'm trying to get better about that. You know? Sometimes I just ignore things when I don't understand them in chat. But I'm trying to get better about just telling people, hey, I don't get the joke. Like, I'm not ignoring you. I just actively don't understand what you just said. I hope you can understand. The joke is Chen is horny. Oh. You were using cum. Not in the sense of, like, of arriving at a place or a thought, but instead in the sense of seminal ejaculation. I get it. I get it. I get it now. See, it just took a minute. No, it's arriving. I'm arriving. I'm in my 20s. I hope y'all like Metallic Madness Part 2. Because I do. In case you couldn't tell yet. I need to text Vegeta. I need to text Vegeta. Because he's not on Twitch now. But I love him. And he needs to know something. In my 30s. Okay, that's enough. I'm insulted. Shadow Mage, I'm friends with Chen. And did you just insinuate that my friend, Shenology345, can only has the sexual stamina of a minute? Incredibly rude. Unprecedented. Slander. No, that's not a case of stamina. Well, yeah, that is what most people consider stamina in the bedroom. So, why do we talk like that? Why does this always happen? Why am I always... What did I do to end up in this hell? Where I decide to broadcast my stupidity to everyone. And I never learn. Like it consistently goes bad, but I still... Like Wile E. Coyote. The same bad things keep happening to me. But I just cannot seem to get it right. All friends of Chen. Well, no, I wasn't just talking about Chen. What? Wile E. Coyote. He's the wacky wolf from Looney Tunes, who's always trying to catch that dang Roadrunner. One day. I feel like no cartoon victory is ever as satisfying as you think it's going to be. Like Family Guy did a whole thing. Yes, I know Family Guy, but hold on. Family Guy did a whole thing about the coyote catching Roadrunner, and it's sad. And then there was the actual episode where Dr. Doofenshmirtz got to win after Candace fucked up the timeline in Phineas and Ferb, and that was sad. That wasn't fun either. Yeah, that's all I got. If you can think of any more classic cartoon buffoons managing to succeed in their goals in some kind of alternate reality, let me know. Time to unfollow. That's fair. Listen, I watched Family Guy in middle school. Because what else was I going to do in middle school? And then I remember pretty clearly where I had like the realization of why the fuck am I watching this? It's not actually very good. Is it? It's not very good, is it? Time or two on Dexter's Lab. I forget a lot about Dexter's Lab. I know I watched some of it, but I don't remember it that clearly. I remember, like, there are some cartoon shows where it's like I know I watched them as a kid, and they have a large reputation, but I can't really remember details about them. And then there's things like Code Lyoko, where, like, no one talks about it ever. And like, by all rights, it probably should have faded into obscurity. But my mind clicked, and like, I didn't watch it regularly because it wasn't on regularly. But Lord in heaven, did my brain hang on to it. What are you about to do, pig? I hope it's something good for you. I hope it's something that'll make my friend Pig happy. Be a cool dude. Well, Pig is always being a cool dude, Shadow Mage. So it can't be that, because he's actively still doing it. But to do an art, sort of. I'm so proud. Everyone practice art if you want to. If you say, man, I wish I could art, but I can't. Shut up. Shut your fuck. You can. You're just not committed. The only thing I was able to surmise from what Shadow Mage just said in chat is that he doesn't have any balls. But you know what? Respect. I don't know why he told me that. I don't know why Shadow Mage told me about him getting his testicles removed. But you know what? I can respect it. It's not my life. It's not now or never. I do want to live forever. I don't want to live while I'm alive. It's my life. You know, we talk about New Jersey a lot on this show, but I don't think I ever spoke to the stereotype of that everyone in New Jersey listens to Bon Jovi. It's true. I mean, I'm excited for your special stream. Oh my goodness, everyone! Pig just reminded me. We have a special stream on Thursday. I hope everyone can come. Be sure to save up be sure to get some good comic points this stream, because you're gonna need them for that stream. There will be a possibility. You don't need balls to come. Hey, Juice, that makes me very happy on the number that I've decided to go with for certain things. Because that means Juice can only do 2 bad things using their comics points. And that's good. I wouldn't want more than 2. Juice, the punishment... Okay. I'll say it. How many people are here? I don't know. I don't care. Let me say it here right now. So what I am planning to do on Thursday is we will be playing Crash Bandicoot 2. And people can spend channel points to make me stop all motion for 5 seconds in Crash Bandicoot 2. If I die during Crash Bandicoot 2, I have to switch and start playing Donkey Kong Country 2. While I'm playing Donkey Kong Country 2, anyone can redeem 50k comic points or donate $10 in order to make me listen to the DK rap in its entirety. If I lose all my lives and get a game over in Donkey Kong Country 2, I have to go hunt a Bishaten in Monster Hunter Rise. No, it's not about finishing Crash, Shadow Mage. It's about proving a point that I'm not afraid of death. So, anyway, I'm calling it the Grapefruit Mistake. If you look up Snapcube Bubsy, you will see where I got the idea from. Dearest Miss Snapcube did something very similar at one point, which is inspired by like shitposts. You know, like the kind of shitpost where it's like the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but every time Sam takes a step away from home, he says, "This is the furthest I've ever been from home." You know, like those kind of... the B movie, but every time someone says B. Those kind of things. Also, yeah. So the thing about the Bishaten thing is, there is no fail state for hunting the Bishaten. Like, I just hunt a Bishaten. It's not like if I die during that, something special happens. But here's what is the thing that happens. I'm gonna do hub quest Bishatens, and if I run out of unique quests, like singular quests with Bishaten in them to hunt, then I lose. And what happens if I lose, you may wonder. I don't fucking know. How about this? If I lose, I give 10 subs to chat. If I can't go the entire stream before I have to repeat Bishaten quest, I will give 10 subs to chat. It's like you're losing. No. Okay, so are you guys saying you're not coming? I'm gonna say no. Not Curio. It has to be like the regular hub quest. Anyway, so yeah. So you guys seem pretty against it. Are you not coming? Are you not down? I'm not doing more Bloodborne. So, like, do you want to do this and get a little fucked up with me? Or not? Like, get in, bitch. We're going shopping. I don't know what else you guys want from me. I have to police, so, like, I'm gonna be there. Oh, yeah. That's why this is why I'm asking Juice to be there. A special stream I'm doing Thursday, Greg. It is occurring at Thursday, starting at like 6 o'clock EST and going for however long I can stand it. The Grapefruit Mistake. And yeah, I asked Juice to be there because the Crash Freeze redemption and the DKC2 redemption and the DK Wrap. No. No. This is why I'm starting an hour early. Wow. You know what? I'm ending stream. Fucking, you know what? Like, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I can't be doing 6-hour streams every time I go live. I'm so sorry. You guys want that? Go fucking watch Barry. Because clearly he can manage it. This is why me and your mom got divorced. Go live with Barry, if that's what you want. Also, I think Metallic Madness stopped. Oh no, Metallic Madness stopped and I clicked on the wrong one. Oh no. I can't look at chat reacting to me overreacting. The reaction to the reaction. I'll get pissed and tired and quit. Cahill is yelling. Yeah, I do get tired. I don't know. I'm not... Divorce happened for other reasons. Okay. I do want to... Here's the thing. I legitimately don't want to defend myself. Because it's a joke. I'm not going to actually go into, like, my reasoning for why my streams are as long as they are. Because it's a bit, and I'm not going to take it seriously, so... Anyway, so yes. I hope everyone can make it. It will be a longer stream. At least 3 hours, if not 5. I'm kind of hoping... Like, I've done 5-hour streams before, and I'm kind of hoping this is one of them. Remember when I beat fucking... Gershom? The Grinch? That was 5 hours. So, I'm kind of hoping for 5. So, yeah. 6... EST... Thursday. I'll be doing the Grapefruit Mistake. Join and play with? No, I'm only doing single play. Well! No. Yeah. I can't really justify... No. Because I was about to say, there will be one multiplayer game in the mix. The problem, though, is if I get help with that, it kind of defeats the purpose. If I can't manage to do that by myself, then it defeats the whole purpose of the game, so... Anyway, I hope you like my acting. My acting and being upset at what Shadow Mage and Juice said. I've been working on this with my church group for a while. We've been doing dramatic recreations. And yeah. I've really been putting my soul into it. That word was blacklisted. I don't know what word it was. Oh no. Oh, co-op. Hey, guys, Juice, can you unban? Also, stream is back. Everyone refresh. Stream is back. I'm putting this in chat. Juice, oh my goodness. Or Pig. Pig is a mod. I'm not putting any sass on it. Because no one I've ever modded. Like, you do, anyone who mods here is doing it for free, so. Okay, he'll please. I'm backlisted. Backlit. Anyway. So, yeah. There we go. So, yeah. Oh yeah, we did that for Epic Mickey 2, didn't we? Blacklisted the term co-op. Because I have no one to play Epic Mickey 2 with. Because every time I invite Jews to a tea party, they're like, okay, Hill, I can't. I have accountant business to do. I'm like, Juice, you always have accountant business. You're always going to the bank and doing money stuff for your boss. Come have a tea party with me. Please? Please, Juice, please come have a tea party with me. You left us with the nanny, and yeah, sure, she takes us into magical paintings. And has us visit cool people around London town. But I want to hang out with my dad, Juice. Juice, you're my dad. Boogie woogie oogie. I'm playing. I believe Shadow Mage is referring to the fact that I never actually did invite Juice. Listen, hey Juice, let me say this right now. Juice, and they're the only friend within driving distance of me that I know of, so I really can't extend this to anyone else. Juice, I didn't get a 100% good ending in Epic Mickey 2. So, if you want to come over one day and we can stream us co-oping doing 100% good things in that game, you can if you want to. I have absolutely no qualms. I would love that. I'm within but it's like road trip distance. Yeah. That is true. Pig's technically within driving distance. But, man, border security is a bitch. My car is fixed and I have the time. You bet your ass. That is fair. This isn't like me being like, Juice, come on, let's do it. It is me being like, hey, to close off this bit, let me say, hey, Juice, if you did want to do that, I am down. So, anyway. All my friends are toxic. Oh, I don't even know the rest of the word. That's 21 Pilots, right? We can hang out sometime, Shadow Mage. Shadow Mage, if it's okay with you, I'd rather we hang out, like, somewhere public first before you come to my house. But I'd do something. I'd do a thing. Shadow Mage, come to my work. Come to my job. I'll be like, hi, Shadow Mage. I agree, but you aren't toxic. Not even my own. I like my own house. All my stuff is there. I think one of the biggest reasons I just like being home by myself is because there's never a thing where it's like I want to do X, but I can't because of people or because I don't have something with me. All my stuff is at my house, or anything I want to do pertaining to it is there. Even if it's an outside activity. Like, if I want to be like, I want to do, like, you know, X big thing, it's not necessarily a case of I can't do that. I can plan that actively while I'm at my house. Whereas if I was out somewhere else doing a different outdoors activity I didn't want to do, I could not plan that. Why did I use... No, Shadow Mage! Also, Greg, I appreciate Greg playing my favorite game. It was a joy. At the same time, I don't think he could have done it in a way I would advise people... In a way I'd advise people more not to do. That sentence makes sense. If someone came to me and said what Greg was going to do, I'd be like, well, that's really not how I'd suggest playing Epic Mickey. But you do you, I guess. Oops, all thinner. Yes, I do think at one... I mean, well, no. Because, like, over text, Greg can, you know, pull the wool over my eyes on occasion. But towards the end of that Epic Mickey stream, I heard him really be like, man, this should not have been one stream. That wasn't a bit. The thinner one probably was. But the wanting to go that long probably wasn't. And I respect him for that. Listen, who would I be? You know? What kind of absolute awful what kind of absolute awful person would I be if I spent 5 hours trying to beat Gurman with a torch, but didn't support my friends when they wanted to do a ridiculously long stream / challenge? I'd be no one. Now I know what I said last stream about warning my friends away from like on-stream challenges, and yeah, that's true. But if they just go ahead and do it, I'm not gonna not support them. I'm just trying to advise them. I'm trying to be like, hey, give this a second thought. Hey, listen, we live in the age of the internet where our thoughts come hot and heavy. Give this one another go around, just real quick. Also, I just found the frame by frame reference for the Caramel Dancing dance, and I will use this for evil. Chat, who should we make Caramel Dancing dance? That's the problem. That's the only problem with Caramel Dancing, is that it sounds like the word dancing is already in it, but it's not. It's a... Don't go on tangents. Absolutely not, Stitch. You shut your mouth. I would sooner poop in my hands and clap than not go on tangents on stream. Dude, Ted Danson. I don't know who that is. Dancing. Yeah, exactly. Now that might be the Swedish word for dancing. So it legitimately is just caramel dancing. But who is Ted Danson? Okay. Becker. Thoughts? You know any Swedish? I know swear words in Swedish. That's about it. And I don't know what the swear words mean, actually. So. Aw, well, I will miss you, Shadow Mage. But I hope you have a fun time doing whatever it is you're gonna do. Even if it's nothing. No one will ever have to explain to me, hey, I'm leaving your stream to go do nothing. I understand and I respect that. I do enjoy a lurker, if you want to lurk. But if you're legitimately just like, no, I want to turn off my computer. Understandable. Absolutely. No questions asked. Get out there. Yes. Cahill, hide! Run! I'm streaming as well. Wait, what's happening? What? Why is my camera broken? Why is my camera not... What's lurking pressure? Why is... I want to play along. No, I do not. Also, it looks like it's working now. Oh my goodness! Oh, raid! Oh, raid! A small birdie raid! Shout out to little birdie. Oh my goodness. Thank you for the raiders, little birdie. That's greatly appreciated. Wait, let me get something. Raiders, before you click off. Oh my goodness. Greg cheered 1 yang. Thank you, Greg. Give me a second. Oh, I want to show you Raiders something. Before you leave, before you decide I'm a waste of human space, consider this. Click on this link. I am doing average viewer goals. You taking out that raid referral and staying around would help with that. What's the first goal? G or Guesser stream, and then 12 hours of animation. Those are... There's Jason. Yes. Also, yeah, I am also working on my comic, which I have a Patreon for. You definitely don't need to go to that, but it is $1. It is called The Man Who Can Do Anything. He's a spaceman who can do anything. Yes, Cahill? So, hi, Birdie. Hi, Queen. I think Paul was already here. You guys are great. Thing at the bottom. That's a Waddle K. That's K. Yeah, that's K. Yeah, that's K the rabbit, except he's a Waddle Doo. You know, like from... Aw, thanks. Yeah. Because here's the thing, I like streaming. I'd like to give it more of a fair try, you know what I mean? I want to put my whole kamikosi into it. So if you want to help with that, it's so greatly appreciated. You don't even have to like sub or follow, but if you follow, I have a different goal which is long forgotten. No one remembers when I said this, but it is still standing, which is that when I hit 300 followers, I do hardcore Subnautica. Anyway, also, have a good stream, Schmage. But yeah, I'm Cahill. I do comics, I do animation, I game. Yes, Birdie. What was Birdie doing again? There was a shout out. Makers and crafting. Oh yeah, I think I saw that. Weren't they crocheting? Crocheting. Doing a thing. Crotchet. Mr. Crotchet. Fairly Odd Parents. Aw, cat bed. This is the best news. This is the best news I've had in a week. What was I just thinking of? It's what? It's cool they have a makers and craft category. I wish they had an animation category. But apparently just fuck us, right? I believe there's a clip of me saying animation already animation already has to deal with the minions. Why are you trying to punish us more? No one can hurt animation more than studio companies do. Go eat, Stitch. Yeah, sure work. Yeah, work can wait. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry and shit a little. But if Stitch does eat, I'll only shit. So I hope Stitch goes eat. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Stitch, you can't joke about that around here. People will kill. Kill! Yeah, I don't believe you either. So eat again. Chances are you left enough room to eat more, Stitch. Go eat more. You cute little ball of bastard. Anyway, let's talk about Alex for a second. Alex is my character. He's the man who can do anything. He's the star of the comic. You can find the first 4 pages for free up on my Twitter. The comic is about Alex, who is an omnipotent multiversal traveler with eldritch abilities, who just wants a fucking friend. Who just wants... No, literally no one has to subscribe. I just want to talk about Alex. It is unblacklisted, Greg. Also, yeah. You know, let's say it again. I was gonna make this a one-time thing, but if you're here from the raid, let me repeat what's gonna happen Thursday. So Thursday, instead of starting at 7, I'm gonna start an hour early and start at 6 and go for a long time, because we're doing a stream where I will start by playing Crash Bandicoot 2, and chat can redeem channel points to make me stop moving in Crash Bandicoot 2. If I die in Crash Bandicoot 2, I have to go beat a level of Donkey Kong Country 2. Chat can then donate or redeem points to make me listen to the entire DK rap during Donkey Kong Country 2. Then, if I get a game over in Donkey Kong Country 2, I have to go beat a Bishaten in Monster Hunter Rise. And after that's done, then I have to go beat the level again, and then I have to go play Crash again. That's starting at 6 on Thursday. I hope that's something that interests you guys. Nice, Juice. I'll lurk and get some snacks. Have some good snack. Listen, I'm sorry if I'm plugging hard. I'm trying to do streaming, you know? I appreciate the raid so much. And I got stuff I'm doing for streaming, and I want to share it with y'all. Plug harder. Well, Juice, my ass is pretty stuffed up already. So I don't know if my plug can get any harder. But yeah. So... don't worry about it, Nietzsche. Hello, Nietzsche. Don't... in your own stream. Cringe. Yes, lurks are appreciated. Yeah. I don't know. Everyone has their different approaches to streaming, which is why I wasn't trying to... like, I want to talk about Alex, but I'm not going to push the Patreon. I am trying to push streaming, though, because I like it. And, like, you know... like, Deer's partner now. Like, it's hard to look at Barry and be like, I want to be like that. Because Barry already had, like, an install fan base when he started streaming. But I can want to be like Deer one day. So I want to give streaming my fair shake. So, Nietzsche is cute. Niachi. Niaki. He still doesn't know. I'm sorry. Go and get Gale to partner. I'm not counting on it happening this year or next year. But... Also, you know what is cool? I'll say this now. Because, like, it's not actually... It's not even, like, the big thing. But it is part of it. I'm gonna be moving in January. That's pretty neat. Some of my friends may know why. I ask you not to say. Because I don't want to say the whole thing for multiple reasons. And if you want to know why, I'll tell you later. But, yeah. It's not a permanent thing. It's not like I have my own place, technically. But I am getting out of the house. And living somewhere else for a while. That'll be neat. Cahill milk. I could produce milk. Was that juice?
It is.
Yay!
I have one thing to say.
What?
It's Nikki.
It's Nikki? Okay, that's my bad. Well, the two C's. We've had this discussion before.
But Nikki's been in the community since forever.
I know, that's my bad. I'm sorry. I'll do Nikki. Wait a minute. You can do things and things, right? You can be like, make a purge? Why would I want to purge Nikki? I'd never want to purge Nikki. There. I have entered a canonical nickname for Nikki, so I never forget. No, I'm not. No, Nikki. No. Don't let me off for this. Ride my ass until the day I die. Platonically.
Do that.
What?
I don't think she wants to do that.
No.
Anyway, bye.
Bye, Juice. I love you. Nikki, can I pronounce your name wrong more so Juice comes back? I missed them already. Juice is my friend. But anyway, yeah. I did want to talk about that. Because, like, obviously, that will change some things. But I'm planning to still stream. I'd rather not go on, like, an actual hiatus. Because I don't think I'll be big enough in a couple months that if I go on hiatus, people will just come back when I start streaming again. And that would bum me out. Because I'd be like, oh no. I have to restart from scratch. What the fuck, Richard? And I can't believe Richard would do this. Anyway. What was the thing I was thinking of? I applied to another art position today. I won't get it. Cahill does not get art jobs. Unfortunately. People look at my applications there and they're like, this is a weird looking tissue. Oh, yes. Spoil Monkey Island? They're talking on the Neighborhood Watch Discord server, Juice. Because the Neighborhood Watch is no longer an official Twitch team. And while it is still a community, which if you're interested in streaming or getting into more cool streamers, I recommend you join the Discord. But like, if it's not a team, then certain things cannot be around anymore. Certain special considerations for different people cannot be allowed if there are no official team members. Mood Juice. Yeah. I don't know. Listen. And Greg's a mod in that Discord. So, like, plug your ears, Greg. I'm going to say something nightmarish to you. I was kind of tempted to advocate for the idea of just adding more and more integrations with people's channels over time, just so we get a massive amount of usable emotes in the watch server. But I figured, oh, Paula's here too. Whoopsie. I'm sorry, Paula. Yeah, Greg, plug Paula's ears too. But I figured that would be a lot of work for the mods, of which I am not one. So, I wasn't gonna put that on them. We're at the limit already. I also forget there's a limit on Discord stuff. I just think of Discord as a magical, infinite place where anything can become real. Like long-lasting friendships. Or porn! So much porn! Okay, streaming family, are you ready? Let's do it together. Post that porn! Yay! No, do not. Probably not a good idea. I will eat you so fast, Juice. Yeah. That's why I don't have any... I've talked about this before. There's a reason I don't have NSFW in my Discord. Because, like, I feel like that's stepping over a line. And it's hard to put that genie back in the bottle. And that's both the euphemism and you know, the typical use of the saying. Good. Mr. Electric, he ruined my... Mr. Electric, send him to the principal office and have him expelled. Is Shark Boy and Lava Girl public domain yet? I feel like it should be. I feel like the original source... No, hear me out. The original source material of Shark Boy of the movie is held together with scotch tape and a bit of hope. I don't think it's a strong enough work of fiction that it should qualify as something you can even copyright. Therefore, the character should be public domain, like a myth, like Hercules or the Greek pantheon. Won't be in our lifetimes, I think. Well, Heracles? You wanna know something that's interesting? Superman will go public domain in our lifetime. And also, theoretically, Mickey Mouse should go public domain in 2024. They already have Thor. 2024. Now I know what you're saying. Hold it. Hold it. I know what you're saying. You're saying, Cahill, Disney has fucked copyright law to hell and back to make sure Mickey doesn't go public domain. And I say yes. But there is a logical extreme to that. Copyright law at this point is the creator's death plus 95 years. And I really want to see whether or not they'll be able to convince, if they're even going to try to convince lawmakers to push it to a whole century, or if they're just going to let this one go. Do you think that's why they keep buying up brands? Like, listen. There's only so much tongue-in-cheek you can... Okay. I think it would be easier to just come out and say, listen, Disney gives us a lot of money. We can't let Mickey Mouse go public domain. So we're writing in a special law that says Mickey Mouse specifically will always belong to the Disney company. I think that's easier than continuing to convince people that copyright should be extended forever. Past a century. Because at this point, the author's children's children will be benefiting off their works. So, okay, neato. Does it really need to... There's no way the great-grandchildren of whoever made a thing even knew that like, even if they were around when that person was alive, they'd be like 100. They'd be so old. So... There's a logical extreme, and I think we've gone past it, and, like, we're coming back around. You know how there's, like, logical extremes, and then it gets pushed further than that? But then there's kind of a new logical extreme, where it's like, okay, well, this is the precedent now, which sucks, but surely it won't go past X. I think it's hard to keep pushing that logical extreme back. That's Oswald. Oswald appreciates it. Oswald, I cleaned Oswald's cage today. Gave him banana. One Numa. I am sick of spam Twitter messages. Anyway. So yeah. I have to go into work on Wednesday, because they added a thing, and they were like, can you get trained on this? And I said, yes, because I do need money. And I'm not going to ask chat for money. Like, I will work for my... I won't be an asshole. I will work for some money. So I said, okay. And, like, it probably won't be that hard, because I don't think we're actually open, so I'll just be getting trained in the empty park. But... Ha! I fooled you, Greg. You can't donate. It's impossible. Tips. Nope. Greg has fallen for my classic blunder, where I make people think they can support me financially, and then it becomes impossible. I mean, yeah, there is that. There is the Patreon. Yeah. I don't know. I like Patreon system, and I would like to be able to, you know, like if 100 people join the Patreon, then I can be like, you know, maybe I should put more work into the Patreon and the comic and stuff, even though I try to put a lot of work into it already. But I made it as cheap as I possibly could. Because I was like, I'm not going to count on making money on this. I'm not going to push it to people. So. Oh, I need a drink of water. You ever just need to cool your brain off? You ever just need to... This is why I need marijuana. I used to really not like water. Oh, sorry, I knocked my mic. I hope that didn't make a bad sound. I used to really not like water. Like, I was like, man, it doesn't really taste like anything. And I don't like a lot of the bottled stuff. But then, like, I don't know. I guess I went long enough without drinking water that my body forgot what it was like to be hydrated. So I started drinking water again, and it just feels better now. Like, water still doesn't really have that strong of a taste, but now, like, it's less about how it tastes and stuff, and is more about keeping my body alive. Fiji is pretty good. But, I mean, I don't try and drink, bottled water. Because environment. Listen, I care about the environment. I miss my friends. I wish my friends were currently here in my house. And when stream was done, we could hang out. That'd be cool. Juice thinks I'm nasty. No, Juice just thinks the water you're drinking is nasty. Yeah, Greg, Juice doesn't think you're nasty. I think you're nasty. And that's so different. Because Juice is smart and I'm not. So who cares what I think? Ah, I see. Alright, wait, hold on. You... I don't know. I think I'm gonna... I want to get... So, I'm doing... For my animation reel and as a shit post. Do y'all know Onsta Monsta? Onsta Monsta is great. I look up to them. Okay, remember how I said I want to be like Deer? That is true. But if I had to choose someone's life to imitate, I would choose Onsta. She rules. And also, she's fucking thirsty for Kiryu Kazuma of the Yakuza series. And when they announced new Yakuza news, she made a tweet that went along the lines of woof 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 bark bark about Kiryu. And with that in mind, I'm animating Onsta doing a Tex Avery reaction to just a JPEG. I should really make it a crunchy JPEG of Kiryu, but still like a JPEG of Kiryu on a stage. If you don't know who Tex Avery is, think of Jim Carrey's The Mask. That's Tex Avery. He didn't do that. I think he was dead when that got made. But the cartoons that are like in that and that inspired The Mask in the movie The Mask, that's Tex Avery. But you were already muted. Oh no. But yeah. Onsta's cool. Like, their style is great. They're a freelance artist who gets to live in Japan now. Right? They've worked with like Little Nas and shit. They're a nice person. At this point, I could categorize Onsta as like a hero to me. Onsta's like one of my heroes. Don't tell them I said this. This isn't a reverse psychology thing. Onsta can never know I think like this. Or else I could never talk to them ever. And that's unfortunate. Embarrassed, except I didn't fart. Juice was shitting, actively shitting. In the bathroom. And everyone heard it. I didn't shit my pants either. You could have shit your pants, though. If Juice would be less of a coward, one day they could shit their pants. But, unfortunately, Juice is just too cowardly to shit their whole pant. Look, you. Okay, I've recorded all this. No, pig. And also, I won't say a number, because it is a big number. So, like, I don't want to even put that as a goal. And I don't want people to know that when I hit the goal, that's what I'll be doing with it. But I would love to get a certain amount of patrons on the Patreon so that way I could commission Onsta to do like a guest cover for the comic. And like I'd put it on Twitter for free and stuff. Like it wouldn't just be for financial thing. I'm not making Onsta do something I'm getting paid for. More so, I just want to pay Onsta to draw my OC, and I do not nearly have enough money for that. All right. Yeah. Everyone go get a small army. Okay, guys, we're making Mother Base from the Metal Gear series in order to subscribe to my Patreon. We'll make an independent nation, and the thing you need for citizenship is a subscription to my Patreon. Remember when I said yesterday that my personal goal in life, outside of doing anything that influences other people, is to get a pirate ship for myself? Because I think about that. I think about that every day, that I want a pirate ship. If I had a pirate ship, and someone was like, hey, can I be on your crew? And all they had was a kind heart, and the desire to live independent out on the seas, I'd slap a sailor cap on them faster than they could second guess themselves. I'd be like, what do you know about sailing? They say, not much, and I'd be like, you're perfect. Get on there. Can you do physical tasks? No, actually, I've lost my limbs. Well, we got a place for you, I'm sure. I would. Hey, Pig, I was thinking about that. I was thinking of doing that. Working. Okay. This gonna be the cook. You could Juice, this is not even a joke. If we're like 40 and friends, which like, God willing, please, and I have my ship, and you're like, hey, Cahill, can I be your cook on the ship? I'd be like, Juice, you don't even need to ask. Here's your chef hat. I got you a chef hat. It says Juice real name, which I won't say live on Twitch. Anyway. Would y'all want stickers of Alex? This isn't me trying to get more money. I'm just curious. Juice would. And I could probably do that for Juice if they want it. Like, just design it, send them the link to the thing. It's good to clear out leftovers first. I say leftovers, queens. Damn it. Listen, noodles are good. I can't even deny that. I'm just advocating for making sure you get rid of those leftovers. DIY sticker out of tape. You know what? That's valid. I'm gonna do that. I was just saying, Juice, if you wanted the PNG of a specific Alex art, and then also for me to pay to have a custom sticker made, which I know is a service definitely out there, I would do that. I would front the cost and give you the art. Noodles are good. Because I love my boy Alex! Listen! Is Alex kind of a fucking insert for neurodivergency? And the difficulty that some people have in connecting to others? Yes! And I love him for that. Is the thick-ass metaphor that people with certain mental issues are highly creative, but seem to have incredibly low skill at socializing with others? Yes, absolutely it's that. Is this ever explicitly stated? No. It's a metaphor. It's the theme. It's the overrunning theme of the show and the main theme of Volume 1. Goodbye, Queen. Volume 2 is about dealing with loss and how other people can help you get through things like grief and anger. And volume 3 is when your bitch of an ex-wife comes back. And I'm only half joking about that. I hope Queen enjoys her nudes as well. She's not a bitch. She's kind of a bitch. Juice. I call her a bitch because she's literally, like, when we meet Adel, the character I'm talking about, she's literally volume 1 Weiss. There's a reason she doesn't stick around for beyond, like, a chapter or two. It's because she's volume 1 Weiss. And she needs to have her character growth, and that's okay. But that comes later. For now, she's a bitch. Yeah, well, Weiss committed hate crimes too, so. So it's fine. Oh my goodness. I'm glad I created a character Juice thinks is specifically fuckable. Especially when I made Alex to be specifically unfuckable. Talking about anymore. Okay. So, Paula, we're talking about characters from my comics. One of which hasn't appeared and won't appear for a long time. The main character is Alex. Well, he's not supposed to be. He's supposed to be a skeleton of a man. The main character is Alex. He has eldritch powers. He can do anything, blah, blah, blah. We're talking specifically about Adel, who is a different character, who has powers equal to Alex's, who used to travel with him, and is kind of awful. Juice thinks she's fuckable, though, which is valid. It doesn't make her less awful. Adel has a bit of a god complex. Because, I mean, to be fair, she is kind of a bit of a god. That's besides the point. I'm just listening to Sonic Mania music. Because Sonic Mania music is good. I'm sad the new Sonic isn't a new good 2D Sonic. Not to say Frontiers is going to be bad. It might be, but we don't know that yet. Frontiers could be the next Sonic 06. But, like, we don't, like, if you're watching this in the future where you know how bad Frontiers is, like, we don't know that yet. Or how good it is. But, you know. History has showed us X things so far. And even if it is good, if we go off of colors then, which was at least decent, then they'll do Frontiers, people will like it, and then they won't do it again. They won't make another game like it. They'll just try and keep doing other things. But anyway, yeah. I like Adel. Adel is Fishwoman with stick. What else can I say about Alex? I just like Alex. I think he's good. I, in part, made Alex because I was sick of characters who were very strong, and people were just like, and what if they hated humanity and wanted to kill people? And I was like, no. Hello, I've made an all-powerful character who can beat up everyone, who can beat up all the mean people, and he's very self-conscious. He wants you to like him. I was going to talk about The Boys. We're not going to talk about The Boys. I don't want to talk about The Boys. In fact, the more I can do to not think about or talk about The Boys ever, the generally happier I'll be. As far as I'm concerned. I was saying, I'm talking with someone. You can talk about it in SAR. I know SAR likes it. That's the thing, right? I've seen SAR and people talk about that show. The show specifically, which is good. Which is a good thing that it is the show they're talking about. But anyway. And I have opinions, but I keep them to myself. Because I know there's differences. I know it's not what SAR is talking about. And I'm not going to poo-poo on SAR. I will simply think to myself, SAR does like it. I'll simply be like, oh my goodness. There's not many franchises I just straight up wish didn't exist. The Boys is one of them. And some people might know what I'm getting at, but we're moving on because I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't care. Yeah. You know what I should read? Watchmen. Because, like, I haven't read Watchmen. I know about it. And I know the general gist of it. But I also know it's considered one of those better, like, superhero kind of parody things. And also it's one of the older ones. Given that, you know, given how long ago it was made. And I don't want to watch the movie. So. Right-handed, then why is the K left hard? Because K is ambidextrous. When you're a cartoon character, all you have to do to switch which hand is which is erase the black lines on one side of the glove and paint them on the other. And then your hand, like, switches around. So that's pretty cool. I'd love to be ambidextrous. I'm never going to try that. I'm never going to practice being ambidextrous. I'm putting all my eggs in my one-handed basket. And if God strikes me down, God strikes me down. Nothing can be done about it. I mean, something could be done about it. I just said what could be done about it. But I don't want to do that. You want to be a Pokemon? No. That's the thing, you know. There's a lot of games I need to play on stream. One of them is Paper Mario. I need to play Paper Mario in 2023 for Greg. And then I need to do Barotrauma for Shadow Mage. But I think part of that is that we're supposed to do it together. So Shadow Mage will be there when we do Barotrauma. I want to be the very best. I do want to be the very best. Almost like no one ever was. But we'll see if that happens. We'll see if I get there. I do want to be King of the Pirates. I don't... It's so hard. So I really like Hellsing Abridged. Hellsing Ultimate Abridged. It's a great... I think it's a real good show. And Alex is inspired a good part... See, we tied it back to Alex. By the Alucard of that show. And what happens is, the very first episode... you can watch it, Greg. It's on YouTube. The very first episode starts with One Piece, making it look like they're about to do, like, One Piece abridged. And then it, like, switches channels and it's Hellsing, which is a much darker story. And I don't know how me actually reading and enjoying One Piece now affects my enjoyment of that bit. If anything, I almost feel like... Because I feel like I said this on stream. It did occur to me that reading One Piece, it is like the biggest and arguably the best manga ever to date. Will ever, when it's finished, we'll see if it's ever going to be topped. So, what could you even do by abridging it, you know? By trying to summarize it and make jokes about it? Would that improve it at all? Would there be more value gained from there? They print a large book. Good for them. I definitely might be interested in getting physical issues of One Piece one day. Right now, I want to get through more of it. I am very happy with my decision to read the manga. Because, like, this is the thing, right? And I saw someone even say this, I think on Twitter, where it's like, if you can read the manga and then look up the specific animated moments you want to see, and the manga is a more condensed and streamlined experience, whereas the anime would be a fixed amount of time I have to spend watching One Piece with filler mixed into it. So who knows? I might not be enjoying that more. I'm past 2 sagas now. I'm into the Sky Islands. Just got to the Sky Islands. I'm sure I probably would have had my first filler by now. First, like, additive thing they did to do something with it. Skypiea not your fave? I did like Alabasta. Alabasta was good. I want to say more about it, but I don't want to spoil it. Because, like, I don't want, like... I already know 2 of the biggest spoilers in One Piece. Because I saw it in memes and stuff. Before I even wanted to read One Piece, I knew the spoilers. So, I want to not get more spoiled. Duck, they go zoom. The ducks were very good. So yeah, I'm not trying to just, like, put out stuff on, you know, on One Piece when I don't want other people just coming to me and saying, like, random stuff. Being like, oh my gosh, X, X, and X. And I'll be like, well, I would have loved to experience that without knowing it, but okay. Remember the Kung Fu Otters? They were great. Weren't they called Juguns? Juggins? I don't know, they probably say, like, Jugun in the anime. Cute little guys. And dugongs. Oh my god. You know, I don't have to worry about getting... Like, now that I had a small commission today, on top of wanting to make sure I got my, on top of wanting to make sure I got progress on my own animation. And tomorrow, I have less of that, and I'm home alone. So, I think I'm going to try and take it even easier tomorrow. Because, I don't know. Listen, stress be stress, okay? Also, like, now, whereas before, I know, Kevin, whereas before, I did not know where my life was going to be in a couple months. I now do know where my life is going to be in a couple months. So it takes a little pressure off, you know? It's like, if I want to, I don't have to be constantly grinding that stone all day. I can just be okay riding that wave. So, we'll see. We shall see. Lost in New York? The third one? With Russian spies? Guys, did you know you should go follow Mr. Pig? You should be following and actively watching Mr. Pig all the time. Thank you, Greg. Greg, you are an absolute doll. Don't know what I'd do without you. Oh my goodness. What's a Mr. Pig? Well, it's you. It's a very good streamer, man. A very good South African Canadian streamer, man. South Fernadian. Pork themed streamer person. Pig says I inspired him to stream. Well, guess what? Pig inspired me to try. I don't want to survive, Mom. I want to live. Pig taught me that. Pig taught me the value of friendship. Pig burned my crops, poisoned our water supply, and brought a plague unto our houses. He did? No. But are we just gonna stand around until he does? Oh no, not Sans. But he's the funny haha skeleton man. Question. Y'all think Deltarune chapters 3 through 5 will come out in 2023? Because Toby has already confirmed it's not happening this year. So let's say they do the same thing where it's November and October. Yes? Because he hasn't confirmed that, but like, I'm getting vibes based on, like, I feel like he wouldn't say. I'm not trying to even confirm it for him. I'm going to go further and be like 2024, maybe. But I feel like based on the vibes he was giving during the charity thing he did recently, like, why would he say it's not coming 2022 unless that was even a possibility? You know? Unless it was like, yeah, we're making good progress, it just won't be this year. So, I could see October or November, more Deltarune. Uh-oh. I've been streaming for a long time. YouTube is upset with me. YouTube is like, hey, fucker! Stop taking people from our website. Stop listening to us and streaming on Twitch. Don't you want to do YouTube gaming? No. You killed that, YouTube. YouTube, you're the one who killed YouTube gaming. And no one wants to stream. Your streaming fucking UI sucks. Stop it. Stop it, YouTube. You don't have emotes or subs in the way Twitch does. And your fucking, the emotes you do have look like the things Apple threw away. They said this is too bad for our next update. Surely not this, and then you picked it up and said, "Oh, well, we could use this." Yeah. I mean, in the same press release I was talking about, where Toby was talking about, like, more Deltarune, blah, blah, blah. He talked about how he felt Deltarune specifically came into its own in Chapter 2. And, man, Chapter 2 is so good. I say it all the time. I adore Chapter 2. It was very good. And I cannot wait for more. Literally, I don't even, like, have a thing. It's kind of like, because I trust Toby to take Deltarune, the individual experience, in a fantastic direction, no matter what he decides to do. What I don't trust is him tying it into Undertale. If I'm being honest, and I've said this before, I just want to make sure we get, like, some kind of explanation. Because they didn't have to tie it in. yeah, Chris looks like Frisk and Kara, but, you know, fucking... You can just chalk that up to Toby once more androgynous protagonist. So, trust in Toby. I'm trying to. But he also made a statement saying it's nothing to do with Undertale. And I get that, and it doesn't have to be, but I want explanations. I double want explanations because Papyrus, if it really, 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 really had nothing to do with Undertale, then he wouldn't keep teasing Papyrus. I feel like he will pull something like that, Greg. That is completely valid. Like, if he just wanted to use the characters again, Papyrus would be there. But he's not. So I just keep teasing him. And also, you can literally do a whole thing with Sans in the first chapter where it's like, good to see you again. And Sans like, yeah, except I've never met you before. So, again, I feel like if it was actually had nothing to do with Undertale, I feel it would be more a line of, yeah, I can't believe they put me in another game. Something like that. Something to poke a bit more fun at the idea of reusing characters instead of hinting at a grander mystery. And it drives me up a wall. I don't think about it often, but I cannot talk about Deltarune and not think about it. His door and immediately locks the door 7 different ways. And that's valid. Also, not to mention, the first chapter was about choices not mattering anymore. But then in the second chapter, you had different routes that gave you a slightly different ending. So clearly, choices matter at some point again. So what's that about? That's more, I guess that is more to do with Deltarune by itself. And again, I do trust Toby with that. Individually. I can respect him wanting to use the same characters again, but still. It feels like he's trying to hint at something more, and I don't want that to be a red herring. Even if it's not an in-view, like, even if it's super out of the way. Give me something, give me a game theory. Give MatPat anything. Have a good food, Greg. Also, can I just say, I do note that there's a couple lurkers in chat. I appreciate the lurkers. Don't even sweat it. This isn't a call out. I'm just saying. If you hear this now, if you are currently in the power of my voice and you're lurking in the background, know I very much appreciate it. And I also hope that the stream is good background noise. Hi, Queen. Muggles Queen, fantastic. Like, I appreciate a lurk, period. But I would hope we both get something out of it. My stream being a good, like, source of noise in the background for you, and your lurk being preciously added to my serotonin fueling analytics page. This is not good. Hoimstu. How could this happen? I love the picture of the shark being grabbed. You know the one I'm talking about? It's like a juvenile shark, and a diver is holding it, and it makes a very shocked Pikachu face. That's a good picture of a shark. Did I'm a shower. Yeah, well, Pig, you're very old, so I understand. Have a good shower, Pig. Anyway, yeah. You know, I don't know where Juice is, and since there are people in here who are less familiar with Alex than Juice, let me ask you something, and feel free to respond to this if you want. So Alex has the power to basically. Alex is the man who can do anything. It's hard to summarize it even more than that. So therefore, any fight he gets into, he can kind of just automatically win, right? Juice is gorgeous and wonderful and amazing. And some people would be like, well then, why does he get in any trouble at all? And the reason is, Alex just like, what Alex does and when he decides to do it depends on his mood and what's kind of going around. So if Alex is feeling very bad about himself, he's not going to win that fight. Because he doesn't really care if he gets beaten to a pulp. Doesn't matter to him. He's having a low day. Doesn't feel like putting up a fight right now. Does that make sense? Is that as interesting as Goku's power level going up and down? Can that be generally accepted? Oh no, he usually feels bad. What's up, Greg? That is true. What just happened, Greg? I'm excited. You seem very excited, Greg, and you're usually a very low-key person, so I must know. Oh, fuck yeah! 2 hot dogs is a great amount of hot dogs. Now I have cold feet. Oh, Greg is living the life. Greg is going off. Yes, Greg, give us everything. I would say yes, Queen, but Queen is another person in chat. Bro. But Gerg is almost sleepy. Yeah. I mean, this is a problem. I face this problem too. Because, like, I don't necessarily like Kofi that much. But I do have a caffeinated beverage of choice. And I do just kind of like drinking it. Which makes it hard when I need to restock on it. And also when I want to drink it before bed. And also it could be decaf. I'm getting the idea that it's not. Because I feel like Greg would already say it was decaf. If it was. But it could have been decaf. Greg could have chosen decaf. They didn't. And I respect that. I don't know. People who want to drink coffee before bed but not be kept up by the caffeine. Anyway. But yeah. Dun 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 dun. Some people have lower caffeine tolerances than you, Greg. Mudkip. Yeah, same. That's why I drink my caffeinated drink. I'm sure someone smarter than me in chat knows the answer to this. But is there a scientific, like, explanation as to why some people are just, like, more full of energy than others? Because without medication and caffeine, I am very, very low energy. Like, I can bring it up if I want to entertain people, but if I'm just being passive about it, I'm just very low energy. Various things. Fair enough. Nutrition probably does have a lot to do with it. In my case, since I am a picky eater. So that is probably part of it, I mean. Genes. Well, a lot of my family are outside people. Or, well, not outside. I love the outdoors. Or people. And felt nothing. Well, see, that's why I drink my drink. Because, same. I also drink a lot of caffeine, and like that like it does affect me. Like I am more energetic, but it's not what I would consider like hyper. It is more so it is what most people are normally feeling. So the I don't know. I don't know. Listen, I'm just dealing with it. I do try and like compensate for it because, you know, I'm not trying to be rude to people. It's not everyone's problem, it's my problem. So some people have energy. You know the thing I really don't like, genuinely. I feel like I'm definitely not alone in this, but I don't people being like, you know, smile, you know, like cheer up. It's like that is I don't think you could have said a thing that would make me less cheered up. The thing you said to me actually made me more determined to get actually upset. I was just kind of chilling, like I was very neutral, and then you came along and said I should cheer up, and now it's actually brought my mood down. I'm upset, and I refuse to change that. It feels right to be upset at this moment. There's a lot of stars in the sky, Greg. I think my answer of a lot is also right, but y'all can go off with whatever you want. Spanish joke. Damn it. I don't speak any other language besides English, and I barely speak English. Most people disagree that I speak English in the first place. They're like, Cahill, you say you speak English, but you don't do an incredible job at it. And I say, I know. I don't speak English well, and my writing has a lot of typos. I can't fucking communicate with anyone. I don't think charades gonna cut it. That doesn't really convey complicated messages, does it? English is bad. English is pretty bad. Yeah, but I'm not like just fucking up English, Queen. I'm just like legitimately not speaking. English is bad, but I'm bad on top of it. Max was really complimenting me on this crater and this page the other day, and I'm trying to figure out why. It's very nice of them, but I'm not about to be like, oh my gosh, look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm a whole who has everything? I like the shading. I like your shading. Whole slot. Poor Yamcha. He's never gonna live that down. And he has died. So. Tien is not my favorite Dragon Ball Z character. But I feel like he gets a lot of flack in a lot of ways. Both from the author and from fans. Because I feel like a lot of people think of like him fighting Cell as like one of the last cool things he did. Okay, good luck, Queen. But meanwhile, he survived Majin Buu's like human extinction attack. He just, like, dodged it. Everyone else on Earth dies and Tien dodges the fucking attack. Like the tournament. Yeah, but unfortunately they decided to screw him over in that. For no reason at all. I like Super, but that is definitely one area they improve. They build a lot of setup. They spend a lot of setup making each character feel important again in order to, like, build up for the tournament. Only for some of them to get real shafted. It's kind of like a case of, like, because yes, it is completely reasonable to say you are on a team who are fighting a lot of other teams trying to knock each other off. Some of them will get knocked off in seemingly random, unimportant ways. But that doesn't feel good narratively. Like, it's more frustrating than anything. And especially if the characters don't reflect that frustration, then it's like, That being said, Super made Master Roshi one of my favorite characters. I loved Roshi in Super. Roshi was really the one proving humans can pull the weight. I'm going to ignore that. Yes, also, that was probably the most meaningful addition to culture from the Tournament of Power arc specifically. It was Frieza, the screen cap of Frieza saying, I'm going to ignore that. That by itself. Ugh. Working on comics is hard. Art is hard. The Broly movie was great, but it wasn't part of just like the... I was talking about Super the anime. More so than the inner franchise. You know what I mean? Because Dragon Ball is a franchise. And then it has like Z, GT, Original Dragon Ball, etc. But anyway. Yeah, but the Broly movie ruled. 100%. That's one of just like the best Dragon Ball things. Not just Super. It's just like one of the better things from Dragon Ball period. As a whole. That is another thing that made me start reading One Piece. Not to just seem like I'm trying to throw anime together, especially since those are two of the biggest ones. But Super Eye Patch Wolf, who I watch, he's a fan of both of them. And when he's talked about either, he kind of mentions how One Piece was both inspired by Dragon Ball and did some of its structures, some of the things it created better than it did. So, that had me interested, because I love Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is a big influence on my comics, too. He's talked about that before. Like, the villains of Dragon Ball, how big of a deal they were. There's a reason in a show about getting stronger, Frieza still manages to be a big deal even before they brought him back. To be awakened. Have a good slemp, Paula. I hope you're awakened. Awakened is pleasant. You're great. I love having you around. But yeah. Yeah. I do give people credit that is something Super went back on, which is ironically something GT kind of did, which was a problem, but I feel like GT was a graver offender in this case. Where even though the characters were technically stronger, It just didn't feel that way because they weren't really put in scenarios where it felt they needed to be. Sure, Goku in the Frieza saga is weaker than the one in Super, but it feels more important there because it's a desperate struggle to survive. And kinda save the universe, kinda. Kinda save the universe, just like a little bit. Save the universe as a treat. Coming out tomorrow. I'm excited. I hope you enjoy it, Greg. I had not heard of that before you mentioned it, but I feel like, ironically, they're both made by Nintendo, but I feel like Paper Mario is about to be the next Earthbound. Like, Earthbound was the cool RPG for people who had it growing up on the SNES. And now people who grew up on GameCube and N64 love Paper Mario, and without Nintendo making more of those, they're left to be like, well, time to get into game development. Let me see. I'm not going to buy more games because I have a big backlog of games already. Oh, that's a trailer. Oh, this looks cute. I know people are kind of sick of it in the newer ones, but something that struck me the first time I ever really saw Thousand Year Door is that they didn't really do much to make it feel like Paper Mario, like the paper tag almost didn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, I watched Thousand Year Door and I was like, why does this specifically have to be Paper Mario? This feels like it could be regular Mario. Pretty easily. I thought Origami King was neat from what I saw of it. I didn't end up getting it, but I would. Like, it's not a case of them being like, oh, you didn't play it? I guess you didn't like that much. No, I would. I just don't have money to always be getting games. Especially if they're not my top priority. If it's a game that's not my top priority at the moment. Turns into a paper boat. That is, when that power came up, because I do remember that, like, it becomes a thing where you can fold in Paper Mario into different shapes. I was like, oh, okay, that's good. But still, I wanted a bit more from, like, the world itself. Like, for the world itself to feel a bit more arts and craftsy, if you know what I'm saying. For it to be like, oh, we're in the... And again, it doesn't have to be every joke or every line. But sometimes it felt more like they were just flat polygons, which is what they were, rather than paper and cardboard, which is what they were meant to be. This isn't even a real criticism. It's just my personal thing, as a stranger to the franchise, to the series. Let's poof again. Have good poof, Queen. I feel like I should wrap up decently soon. I'm not fully done the page, but if people are going, then I feel like we're far enough along that, like, I can just cut stream and be like, okay. DK wrap up. K-Hill rap. CC. K-Hill rap. CC. K-Hill is now here. He's finally here. Performing for you. If you know the words, you can join in too. Put your hands together if you wanna clap as we take you through this comic rap. Huh. CC. K-Hill rap. CC. The K-Hill rap is here. He's the guy who streams. You know him well. And he's finally back to raise some hell. His artwork is created in spurts. And his depression It kind of hurts. CC. Cahill Rap. CC. The Cahill Rap is here. That's all I got. I hope you enjoyed the Cahill Rap. I did. I had fun. It was good. You're good, Stitch. I feel like the way the camera is making that look weird. You see what I'm doing? Oh, shit. See what I'm doing? Doing some hatching. To make, so that the back of him looks like it is as in shade. The thing further from the camera is as shaded. I could probably do this digitally, but I like doing what I can by hand. Is that so wrong? Is it so wrong to want to do some things the old-fashioned way? Like churn butter? Can a man not churn his butter in peace? All I want is some freshly churned butter. Here's something I've thought about before. Okay. So you can make bread by yourself. That is something people do as a hobby. And you can make Parmesan by yourself in like 30 minutes. And you can churn your own butter. So what I'm saying is, could I do all of this in combination and make a completely from scratch grilled cheese? If it wouldn't cost me like literally hundreds of dollars, I would do that for a stream like tomorrow. But here's the thing, it would cost me literally hundreds of dollars. Because I'd have to get the stuff for the Parmesan and a butter churn. The butter churn and the ingredient and like the ingredients for everything are really kind of the kick in the pants there. You know what I mean? Like, that's good. That'll take a lot of something to get. I don't think those come cheap. I hope when I color this in, it's kind of clear what I was going for. With the shading and everything. Let me add a black thing here. Okay. I think we're good. I'm gonna save doing the wolf and everything. Well, not everything, just like the wolf and stuff. As a warm-up for tomorrow. Because that'll be cool. Oh, wait. It's not as late. And how long have I been live? Tomorrow. Tomorrow. I love you. Tomorrow. Maybe I should do the wolf now. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm going to be doing a long stream Thursday. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Yeah. Because I still have more animating to do tomorrow. And I could just start with that. Or I could just do the little details I have left on this first. And then switch gears into animation. Which sounds pretty nice to me, if that's alright with y'all. Is Juice still here? Are they going to make fun of me for ending around 2 hours? Have I disappointed them again? Yeah. Dude, don't at Juice. Don't, they're napping. Shh. Chat. Juice is napping. try saying my name. Well, it's Nikki because I've included a phonetic pronunciation version of your name as your nickname. But that now I will make sure not to do it. Okay. Yeah, I'm good. I'm just gonna go and chill. Wait, let me add a thing. I need more black. I love using inks in my art, and Alex's whole thing is wearing a black coat. And sure, like, it's actually a dark gray when I'm coloring it in. But I still want to, like, you know. Okay. That looks good. What was I thinking of? Who we got? Smage. You know what? Let's just rate Smage. I have no qualms with that. I have no qualms with rating a Smage right now. I didn't the other day, and you know what? We're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix that right now. Why did you call me here? Because I wanted to know if you were gonna be disappointed that I'm ending stream at 2 hours. Since you decided to call me out for it earlier, thank you. Anyway, we're rating Smage. Also, I was thinking about hosting someone today, and then it did pop up that they're taking away hosting, which I knew, but I wasn't thinking about it. Like they better not freaking take away like rating and shit. That would make me very that would make me very upsetty spaghetti. I'll tell you what. Anyway, I appreciate y'all. I'll see you Thursday for the super special stream. And yeah, have a good time. Bye.